So, would you like an honest review of Dying Light 2? Well, you've come to the right place. What's up, kings and queens? It's ESheks the fucking gentleman, and I'm here to provide you with my Dying Light 2 review. This game is set 15 years after Dying Light 1. In this game, you play as Aiden, who is a pilgrim, which is pretty much just a badass, right, that freely roams the world. And Aiden is looking for his long lost sister. The story. The first few hours of the game are absolutely terrible, okay? Absolutely terrible, because the story just sucks, and the first few hours of the game are focused on the story. There's just too many cutscenes in this game, and I really do not like the memories that come up for Aiden remembering his sister. It's super corny. This game also poorly introduces characters that are key to the plot of the story as well. And it kills me to say this, but it kills characters too soon that seem to have a big role, a pivotal role in the story. The gameplay. I really do like the floating system in this game regarding the parkour. I think it works really well, especially when you're in the nighttime, which we're going to talk about later. But why don't we just, briefly go over it? Especially in the nighttime gameplay where you're using the parkour abilities to scale buildings and stuff like that, and having those few extra seconds in the air to make split-second decisions when you're being chased by zombies is something that I really appreciate. This game does have a skill tree as well that focuses on combat and the parkour, which progresses really well as you play the game. It does give you more versatile options in combat and parkour options, which is great. I love the combat and the parkour. It's great, mate. It's great. There's also lots of content in this game as well, such as side quests, side missions, which are pretty fun. And there's also nighttime missions when you go out at night. There's a few missions to do there as well. Just little bits and bobs that pop up as you're running around during the daytime as well, helping out people, fighting off bandits. It's cool. It really does help immerse you in the game. The zombies. Well, let's start off. There's many different variants of zombies in this game, which is cool. At the beginning of the game, the zombies are threatening, pretty scary to be around. You don't really want to take on a horde, especially at night. But as you progress with your combat, the whole skill tree, as we were talking about earlier, they become less and less threatening to the point where you're not really scared at all to do anything. Because you just become basically like Spider-Man. Let's just be real here. I would have liked them to also progress as you progress. During the day, I would like them to have somewhat of a presence, but they're obsolete at best. The chase system doesn't really help. This game has definitely taken some inspiration from GTA, but pretty much instead of having zombies just chase out you, any different variant, it has a chase system like GTA with the SAR system, right? Where you gradually, as you increase the chase level, different variants, more dangerous variants come out to chase you, which makes it so easy to evade zombies, because you got to be pretty bad to get onto a high chase level without evading the zombies, in my opinion. Factions. Ooh, the Peacekeepers, my favorite. Okay, my favorite. This is more of like a military group. You can trust them, mate. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but you can trust these guys, okay? Then we have the Survivors, more of like a casual collective group. We then have the Renegades and the Bandits, two different groups, and they're the bad guys pretty much. Don't really want to go too much into detail, don't really spoil much. There's different things that you can do regarding like decision making that can upgrade and benefit different groups. I don't want to spoil anything. Fuck it, I'm gonna spoil it. Screw it, okay? So if you give stuff to the Peacekeepers, right, it gives you more traps for trapping the zombies, right? Car traps, electric traps, helping you, run away from zombies and just fight zombies. But more defense, gives you a bit more defense, mate. if you help or benefit the survivors, it gives you more traversal options like zip lines, bouncy pads, etc, etc. But other than that, it doesn't have much of an impact. Doesn't it really affect your relationship with the groups, which I would have personally liked it to have. Weapons, ching ching ching. Lots of weapons that you can choose from in this game as well. No guns, mate, no firearms. One thing that really annoys me is that you cannot repair a weapon, from my knowledge anyway, which is really annoying, because if you mod a weapon, you modify a weapon to your liking, or you find a weapon that you like to use, which I have done countless amount of times, what are you supposed to do to keep that weapon? It's eventually going to break down and just not going to be there anymore, which I think is annoying. They should have added an element where you can repair a weapon. Co-op. You can play up to 4 players, which is great, right? There are a few issues that I encountered in my co-op experience, okay? It's harder to fight enemies because they teleport once you hit them, or the hits like don't register immediately. It's weird, it's a bit weird. Performance. It really worked well for me. I'm playing on a PC, you know, a decent mid-tier build, nothing too special, but it run, the frame rate was pretty smooth, just a smooth gameplay experience on all different settings, high, medium. I just preferred to stay on medium for me, but high was working pretty well for me. There were some bugs I encountered, such as an audio bug where if I was like fighting the bandits or just came out of a fight, right, victorious of course, you know, undefeated, the audio from the combat would still be playing through, which kind of just was annoying, really annoying actually. Getting stuck in certain places, and of course, as we previously just said, the co-op experience just need a bit more polishing off. Conclude this motherfucker, about to conclude this motherfucker. To summarize this game, the first few hours of the game are absolutely terrible. I will just say that, because it's mainly focused on the story, and once again the story is complete trash. But once you get past the first 4 or 5 hours of the game, it really starts to shine through the gameplay, through the parkour, you know, the combat. It does very well, and if you invest in the side quests, if you invest in the bits and bobs, little missions here and there to do, you'll really enjoy this game. And co-op is fun when it works well, when it performs well, and plus there's a lot of content to do in this game. So yeah, I really do recommend this game. I found it very fun. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I really hoped you liked my review of this game. This is a one and done for me, never gonna upload another video for this game probably, but I wish you guys to have a really good day, stay happy, healthy and safe, and later, skater.